Digital citizenship. Okay, so let's understand first its concept. As we all know, digital citizenship helps us understand what all technology users should know to use technology appropriately and responsibly. There are a lot of things that digital citizenship has to offer for us to be safe online, but we'll just focus on this: screen time management, privacy management, digital footprints, cybersecurity, critical thinking, and empathy. Note that when you try to involve yourself online, you are already considered as part of the digital world, and you will be governed by different policies, which is related to digital citizenship. Okay, so are you one of those people who likes posting a lot of things online? Like a lot of things online, like your health, your property. For example, you bought this new house, a car, a new pen, your favorite tumbler or so. Then your hobbies, posting things like where you travel, what are the things that you did today, you jog, you did a lot of exercise. Then your education, you enrolled to this course, you graduated from college, and your family, the picture of your cute little boy or a dog. That is also a family member. All right. So since we're already posting a lot of things online, it is always efficient, it is always effective for us and applicable to manage privacy, to be involved in everything that has a lot to do with cybersecurity, to avoid the risk and threat that we have online, and of course, try to lessen digital footprints. These are things that we leave behind when we use digital tools, like for example Facebook. You have an old Facebook account and you wanted to create another one, so you just disable this old Facebook account and make use of the new one. But did you know that your information on the disabled Facebook account is still there? So that's digital footprint. So let's dig into the first how. Our first how is: how much is your information? Did you know that your information has a price? Someone makes use of your information and then afterwards sell it or earn money from it. This information may be your location, your name, your favorite food, or your favorite music. Haven't you noticed when you try to log into YouTube, probably watch for the Carpenter's music video or BTS or K dramas, and then suddenly the next day when you wake up, you will have a lot of suggestions with regards to the things that you search on YouTube. How is that even possible? Well, someone did a lot of predictive analytics, someone did a lot of research and collected this information from you so that they can share other suggestions that you might be interested in. Now, let's have this example. You have this wearable, you like it a lot because it helps you monitor yourself when you're doing a lot of things with regards to your fitness: jogging, walking, push ups, and then you go outside your village or some place where you always want to go to exercise. And when you rest, when you go back home, you realize and check your phone that you have been receiving a lot of things already that is or might interest you. For example, a cafe near where you always jog, a mall near where you always go, or probably some healthy apps or health monitoring apps that can help you be more into your fitness or improve your health. Now, why am I getting these advertisements? Because when you save your information out there in the cloud, someone gets it, create an advertisement about it, and send it back to you. That's creepy. How can someone get to know the things that I do, and how can someone make use of it? Well, that's technology. And there are also some instances wherein your get to access by passwords get to access by someone because you don't know where to place them. You write it on a piece of paper, you save it on your phone and such. Now, Google has a way of managing it for us, your password and your information, that is like this. For example, oh, I don't want to forget my password, but I don't know where to place it properly. When you log in using your account for the first time, you may want to save it on Google. And then afterwards, if you want to try to check it out again, you just have to go on settings of your Google and then look for passwords there, and you will be navigated with this. Now I'll try to cover this because you will see a lot of things about me, but you just have to click the show button, show icon over there. Okay, I'm just looking for one. Okay, cool. This one, it will ask for an access. You should allow it, and then you will see the password to that account. So for this account that I'm hiding from you, the password is Save Your School. Okay, now you can just click the icon, the show icon, to hide it again. The security features ask for the password of your laptop of your account first before you can get an access. So based on the security level, it's good. So you don't need to write down your password elsewhere. It's just there on the cloud, safe with Google. Now, but that's just one thing. That's just password. Now here, myactivity.google.com. I want to know, for example, you want to know if Google gets the access to your activity. Yes, and that is why sometimes you get advertisement on your Google account. Alright, so let's try. If you are on your computer right now, if you're on your laptop, it's cool to write down myactivity.google.com. Okay, this actually shows a lot of activity that you're into using your Google account. Then let's see. Again, on your browser, write down myactivity.google.com. Okay, enter. And then it will navigate you to this page where you can see all of your activities online. So for my end, when I use this account, the next series Gmail account, it will show me the things that I did with this account. So I used Viber, I used Messenger, I used Facebook. Alright, so Samsung. Then on the sidebar, you will see a lot of other features that you can maximize if you want to manage your activity. You may also delete that. You always have an upper hand of your information. That is what you need. If you want Google to forget about it, you can just delete it. If you want Google to forget about certain information in a certain range, for example, from June, let's say June 12 to June 19, click next. These are the things that it will delete. Next, okay, and then there you go. It will always give you privacy tip, but of course, you have to read them and make use of it. That's just one feature. It's kind of creepy because Google gets to know your information, your activity, but of course, as a user, you will always have an upper hand as to which one is accessible for Google. You made accessible for Google and for yourself only. Okay, next. Now, for those who keeps on wearing wearable and then having their Google account signed in, Google Maps has it for you. Since I am here in the province, when I checked this part of Google offerings, I noticed that it was able to identify where am I located. So it's cool. if you're lost, but it's not if you're a kind of weirdo when it comes to security. So let's see. On your browser again, please write down www dot on the address bar google.com/maps. Okay, cool. And then if you try to enter that using, of course, your email account or you're signed in to it, and then you will see there. So I'm currently on this place. Of course, I'm going to blur out the exact address over there on the upper left corner of the screen. So you will see that this is also how others were able to locate and find you. But this is Google, so it's kind of safer. But how about the other applications? Okay? You have to limit your information. You have to know what should be placed on your browser, what should be placed on your social media account, and what should be kept inside your locker. What are the things that you will not say to people, and what are the things that you will just keep to yourself? Okay? That is how first we can erase some footprints that we leave in the digital world, how we can lessen the risk and threats when it comes to cybersecurity, and of course, privatize our information online. Now, okay, so that's for me as a person, but how about if I want to share digital citizenship acts to my student or to my child? So we will now focus on screen time management, critical thinking, and empathy, but more of screen time management. Let's see. Your child right now, given the setup, is engaged to the digital world. And it might frustrate you as a parent, it might confuse you as a teacher on how you can manage them. Okay? There are some reports online saying this report is coming from Common Sense Media. Alright. So tween and teen media. There are a lot of people right now, especially youngsters, who uses their phone a lot. And that may affect screen time management. Screen time management is the time, or screen time is the time you spend when you are looking or using a gadget, when your eyes is exposed to radiation and all. Alright, so that is screen time. Now, how do we manage that? Of course, we would like to lessen. Here's another report. The maximum is a lot of students or a lot of people or tweens and teens are spending 2 to 4 hours online using their gadgets. And we don't want them to get a problem with regards to their eyes when they get older because they're just spending too much time on their gadgets and they cannot avoid that. Now you as a teacher or you as a parent might ask, how will I do this? Okay, these are the things that we want to see, the effects of too much screen time. More screen time means more weight because we don't move anymore. You're just spending your time seated looking at the gadget. Of course, vision issues, chronic neck and back pain, that's clear. Poor sleep. There is a study that if you use too much gadget, you're spending too much time looking at the gadget and all, you will have it will have a disadvantage on your sleep routine. Okay, instead of sleeping 8 hours, you will just be sleeping for 3 hours because it has a brain effect. Then cognitive impaired function. So focus might get lessened because of this one. So consider this. According to commonsense.com, you may want to consider the question, how much is too much? Spending 15 minutes focus on the screen is good enough. And check out your habits. For example, instead of asking your students to use one platform or asking your child to use one application, you ask them to use other things and other things and other things online that, of course, may help them on their studies, but is not helping them with regards to screen time management. So what will you do? Manage your habits. Try to look for a platform that will provide everything that you need to let your students or to let your child learn without spending too much time on screen time. All right? So, excuse me, but there we could have a problem here. 15 minutes on a certain lecture, and I still have to manage my students? How is that even possible? Well, of course, less is more. We provide that. That is why we now have a setup with regards to synchronous and asynchronous activities. But of course, to provide you more help, okay, how will we be able to manage that? You might want to look at this app that we use to manage student behavior online. Okay, we call it, oh, they call it Class Dojo. This is one of the cutest. Okay, you don't need to let your students sign in as a teacher or as a mom. You may just want to write down their names or put them in to Class Dojo. Just create an account to Class Dojo. Put in your name. Put in the name of your student. Sorry, and then afterwards, I use this to monitor their behavior. For example, before the start of your class, you will say, "Okay, everyone, I will use Class Dojo to check who's paying attention and then who's not, and then you will earn positive points." If they know that their behavior is being managed, your 15 minutes will be budgeted well. They will pay attention and you will not spend too much time asking them to settle and so. Okay, so let's see. This is an example of Class Dojo. This is our account. So you just have to log in. You have to create an account, use it, and then afterwards, log in. You will be navigated to any of your class. Let's have this. You will have your student's name. For example, let's have Shane. Oh, Shane is performing well in his group activity or in her group activity, so you'll earn 1 point. Or for example, you are a Filipino teacher and you want to use words in Filipino to improve or to, of course, affirm the behavior of your student. Let's say masikap. You have to just write it down, choose the icon that you feel fits into the behavior, and then save. Cool. And then afterwards, if you go back to your class, you will now be able to see that the behavior that you add is there. And let's try to give Louis 1 point for being masikap. And there you go. If the students, this is of course more applicable to our grade school boys or girls, if they feel that they are being monitored online, their behavior is being monitored online, they will find it easy for the class, or they will find it easy to focus on your discussion. That's one thing you can manage screen time. I mean, not spending too much time explaining and then getting the attention of your students, but then just giving out the instruction and keeping in mind that, oh, I can just make use of any behavior management tools to lessen the time that I spent with my students instead of asking them to behave and so. All right, there's one more thing. If you're someone who wants to teach digital citizenship to your students, of course, we don't want them to give this kind of lecture because, teacher, I don't like it. I don't feel like, I just want to sleep right now. Well, we have that, right? So, so what we can do is, of course, provide them with gamified tools that can enrich their knowledge with regards to digital citizenship. That is also to apply critical thinking. What are the tools that I personally use to give my students some activities with regards to digital citizenship? These are DQ World, and what Google offers right now is that you are internet awesome or be internet awesome. For DQ World, they have this feature for an entire school wherein they will get the grade of that your school, submit it into an international level, and then be recognized. But if you just want to make it simpler, you can just create an account for your students, give the account to your students, and then let them play with it. Let's have a demonstration, all right? Let me just pull this out a bit. I'll just pull out my browser, and then I will write here DQ World, that's the name. It's not the ice cream, so you just have to click this, dqworld.net. Now I have already created an account for this one, so I just hope that it will run fast. Okay, cool. Alright, this is my account as a teacher. Okay, so let's just try to enlarge that. Now go to your student site. I'm just going to demonstrate to you how it looks like on your student end. Oh, cool. There, it has a music, a playful music that will let your student be, oh, this is fun and so. Okay. I will not discover how to play. Do you hear that? I'll try to make it louder. Cool. Alright. I finished step 1 already. And then I'll just go to stage 2. Sorry, stage 2. Now there will be some videos that will help you understand what is or what type of digital leader you are. But we will skip that because we don't have much time. Okay, cool. Here. Sorry. Go here. Okay, wait for it to load. Start. So that's what we do. And it will have such this. Now, after answering this question, it will allow you to play DQ World games with regards to digital citizenship. You see? That's just one. Now here's another one. Let me just close that because it's kind of noisy. What I ask my students to use is just write down be internet awesome, and then you will be navigated to this page. Click on the first link that you'll see, and here. Now, as a teacher, you may want to browse on a lot of things here, but of course our students are not fond of doing so, so let's just click explore Interland. There you go. It's a game like or gamified way for Google to teach our students how to deal with or learn more about digital citizenship. And so it's kind of magical. It's going to provide you a lot of things about this. It's kind of exciting. It's actually really like a game. And so there's your friend, that's your character, and that's your Interland. Alright? Now I'll leave this part to you. I'll leave the exploration part to you because I feel that, of course, you will like it better if you'll have more time playing with it. Cool? Yeah, I know, right? So, at the end of everything, the reason why we are actually dealing with digital citizenship is because we want our students to be safe online as well as you. We would like people to understand that despite being online, despite the current setup, we should know how to be safe. And how can we integrate that to our students is first, let's try to make things or let's try to engage the student first to digital citizenship, know its purpose, and then understand its values. It is important even though you feel that this is like, oh, we already know this. This is like this is like our values class. No, it is important to understand how you should act online so that you can be safe, so that we can avoid some factors concerned concerning with mental health, online actions, and online safety. Okay, so that's it for digital citizenship. Thank you.